Hello, I play Warhammer 2 competitively with over 4,000 hours in the game, and today I will be covering the Gunnery Wight and how to use it at every skill level in the game. Now if you're new to multiplayer or Vampire Coast in general, try builds using 2 Gunnery Wights. They perform better than any other Vampire Coast hero for their price and for their kit. To make them as cheap as possible, you should take no items or abilities. If you're new to tournaments, there are 2 things you must keep in mind. First, you have to use your Gunnery Wights like bodyguards for your lord. Just keep them nice and close together and you should be fine. You should also start taking Scab Scrap, an item for both Gunnery Wights that does a good amount of damage. Simply left click and drag from either the left or right side of a unit of infantry and you're good to go. For those of you playing tournaments, another 2 points. Gunnery Wights have deadly accuracy even at maximum range. They can snipe out foot characters, no problem, and focusing down heroes on your approach or during the skirmish phase can get you thousands of points more value over the course of the battle. This will be a game deciding move if you can fit it into your micro. Their shots are very hard to dodge too, so expect to burn down even healing lords like the Fey Enchantress. Your Scab Scrats should be managed too to get as much damage as possible. To line it up, simply have the indicator just barely touching the edge of the enemy formation. As you can see here, when you set it up like that, every single model of infantry is hit. And of course, it's even better if you can hit 2 units at once. Lastly, at the highest level of play, you need to make sure that you are restocking ammunition on your various units with your Gunnery Wights. The extra powder passive on all Vampire Coast range units gives them a whopping 30% extra damage. And given that the extra powder ability is free on the Gunnery Wights, there's no reason not to do this if you have the micro to spare. When your Scab Scrat is on cooldown too, make sure you are getting in position to cast it before it is off cooldown. You should also be strategic with how you use your Scab Scrats. 1 Scab Scrat is usually enough to rout off low leadership archers, and if you have map control with Scurvy Dogs or Fellbats, you can easily chase off a unit. But if it seems like the game is going to be a long one and you don't want archers at half HP coming back, give them 2 Scab Scrats, and that is usually enough to shatter an entire unit. This is a new series that I am starting on my channel, and I am very excited to continue it onwards. If you have suggestions for any other units or topics for me to cover in a similar format, let me know in the comments. And if you want to see more content like this, remember to subscribe if you haven't already.